Today we're going to explore one of the most mind-bending concepts in Dungeons & Dragons, the planes of existence. Think of the planes as building blocks of the entire D&D multiverse, realities laid on top of one another, each with its own rules, inhabitants, and surprises. If our world is just one thread in a tapestry, the planes are the entire weaving. Let's start with the material plane. This is the world where most of the D&D adventures will take place. We'll call this the normal world, I guess. It's where you'll find the kingdoms, the forests, the mountains, all the usual places where the heroes will rise to their challenges. It's like Earth, but with dragons, I guess. Now, surrounding the material plane are two closely connected planes, the ethereal plane and the Shadowfell. The ethereal plane is like a ghostly mirror of the world, misty, dreamlike, and perfect for sneaky ghosts or powerful wizards looking for a backdoor into reality. The Shadowfell, on the other hand, is dark and gloomy, a reflection of the material plane. It's full of shadows and despair and things that go bump in the night. Opposite the Shadowfell, we have the Feywild. If the Shadowfell is darkness and decay, the Feywild is vibrant, magical, and alive. It's the home to mischievous fairies, dangerous archfey, and a beauty so enchanting it can swallow you whole. A single hour in the Feywild might be days, kinda like Narnia, or an hour could be years, in fact, back in the material plane. Now let's move forward beyond the material plane to the inner planes. These are the elemental building blocks of existence itself. The plane of fire, a burning inferno of molten lava and endless flames. The plane of water, an ocean without a surface or a floor. Now I know this map has locations of all these things, but it's really not like that. These are theorized areas that we've smushed together so that you can see them all at once. So it's within your imagination, whatever you do with this image, knock yourself out. The plane of earth, a massive labyrinth of stone and crystal, and the plane of air, boundless sky with floating castles and whirling winds. These planes fuel the material plane's storms, earthquakes, and volcanoes. Powerful, dangerous, and beautiful. Now we step into the outer planes, which are, again, somewhere out there. These are where the gods, the angels, the demons, and other cosmic beings reside. They're shaped by ideas, philosophies, and morality. Let's break them down. The heavens of Mount Celestia, a plane of absolute law and good, where the angel types reside. The chaos of Limbo, where reality shifts, things change around you, nothing stays the same for long. The Nine Hells of Bartor, a realm of tyranny and fire, ruled by the devils. And the Abyss, the demons wage endless war in chaotic, evil madness. And there's more. 17 outer planes in total, each reflecting some aspect of alignment and belief, which you may like, you may not. Can anything be truly one thing or the other solidly, with no grey area? Look, this is how the game's made. This is the law. In the very centre of it all is the Outlands, a neutral plane. And at the heart of the Outlands is the city of Sigil. From Sigil, you can access the portals to anywhere in the multiverse. And interestingly, with it being the centre, every walk, type, ethnicity, kind is allowed to go into this neutral zone. That's why the language common was invented here, so that everything could communicate. Interesting. So why do the planes matter? Because in D&D you're not just adventuring in one world. With the right magic, the right allies, or the wrong enemies, you might find yourself whipped off to these places. You could explore the infinite expanse of the astral sea. Battle a demon prince in the abyss. Seek answers from Mount Celestia. The multiverse is your playground, or your battlefield. And as a DM, you kind of have to have some vague knowledge about these things. Travelling between planes usually requires powerful magic, like the spell Plane Shift, or finding a portal. That's easy. But watch out, because each plane has its own rules. The plane of fire, you'll need magic to survive the heat. In Limbo, the ground might just disappear from under you. And as I mentioned earlier, some alignments of characters might fit in better places. Outer planes are strongly tied to alignment, and therefore if you're a hero, you might feel empowered in a good aligned plane like Elysium. But if you're walking into the Nine Hells, expect some resistance or temptation. But basically, recognise that the material plane is just the beginning.